All right, y'all. Let's get back into it. So we are going to transition into work zone scenarios, okay? So you kind of want to be thinking about construction zones. If you guys have driven through any of them yet, kind of what it is you might be looking for, reading signs, noticing like cones and stuff and how the setups might be different from normal. Definitely still be watching your speed,
Jacob.
things like that, okay? Gas, you all of the above. So let's get into the first scenario. Okay. So work zone number 1 question. Why did the driver in front of you veer into the lane to your left? The lane was too narrow. The lane markings were confusing. The lane was ending ahead. What do we think here?
I'm gonna go this way.
Why did that driver just kind of veer into the left lane? Or a lane to the left, I guess would be the better way to put it, actually. Next lane over to the left. The lane was too narrow. The lane markings were confusing. The lane was ending ahead.
Yes, I know.
What are we thinking? Also, make sure that you're typing in your answer if you are not able to access that pop-up.
Aye.
We have 91 out of 94 of ya.
They're sweet, but like some of them are sour.
Let's do it, guys. We had the lane markings very confusing. So the lane wasn't ending. What happened is they repainted the lines and shifted the lanes. They maybe repaved or like rearranged the lane setup, maybe extended the road a little bit, and there are some old lane markings there that are confusing that person. So
I just got dressed for work because I have a work event today and I have to be in there at 2 today. So driver's ed ends at 12, so I wanted to make sure I was ready to go and everything.
A lane shift has been set up for this work zone, but the old lane markings are still visible. Why is this important? What should you do? You definitely want to stay in
I had to get
the lane
dressed for the day already. I just, like, on my break for driver's ed before I got live, I went in and changed. Got some black jeans on. I have a white shirt on because that's required for today.
Don't go off of those old lines, so you could accidentally cut somebody off or hit somebody.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have work today.
All right. Work zone scenario number
20
2.
years, dear. No, sorry. I'm not 20.
Is ready for y'all? I think this one's going to have a lot of how many risks do you see? Okay. So
I honestly don't know.
Do you see and what concerns you the most here?
Honestly, have no idea.
Type out what's most concerning.
Also, I wrote another poem.
And how many risks are present?
Also, where the
I think we're gonna have quite a few of this in the work zone section. How many risks and type out the most concerning.
Said a shout out to Brazil. Read it.
The break time.
You want me to read it?
Right now. That's honestly why I normally don't play it, you guys.
I don't know, guys. Should I read the poem?
Okay. How many risks do you see and type out what is most concerning to you? I'm going to leave it up for 2 minutes since it takes you guys a second to actually type it out.
Yeah, Adam, he doesn't know that I do YouTube.
Or into the poll quiz pop-up.
I plan to keep it that way. Until further notice.
What is the most concerning thing to you about this scenario we're coming up on?
That right there. Guys, Jacob wants me to read the poem. I need someone else to say yes before I read it. I don't know. Guys.
How many risks you see? Also type out the one that concerns you the most.
Fine, I guess I will. I didn't name this poem, but it should be self-explanatory what it's about. I did kind of write this, and then I kind of had help, like, well, I didn't really have help, but. Oh, right, okay, so I will read it. Okay, here I go. When you spend so much time in your head, you forget how to get out. Sometimes you forget how to be a person. You forget how to love and cherish the people in your life. I spent so much time in my head. I don't know right from wrong or what I can and can't say because I've always been stuck thinking and doing whatever. So trapped in my head, I forgot how to live. I forgot how to be me. Most importantly, I forgot how to love. I build high walls whenever people draw near, pulling back into the shadows where it's dark and static and still. I don't know how long I sat in the dark, but now I can see a sliver of gold pulling beneath the doorframe. I'm putting a hand against the wood. I'm pushing the heavy door wide, letting bright lights sting my eyes, and learning how to look up again. That's it.
You should try to get over well before you get to this.
That's the poem.
Because it gets chaotic very quickly when you're that close to the closure.
I think I wrote it.
Let's see what's gonna happen.
Yes, did I write it yesterday? I wrote it sometime this week. I think I wrote it yesterday though. Actually, it'll tell me when I wrote it. Hold up.
And if you can see that, try not to get too close to them. We got a little close.
Today's the 27th, so that means I wrote this the other day because I wrote it on the 25th. I like your new poem. Thank you. What's funny is that first line saying.
All right. Next scenario.
The line saying. Hold on, where is it? The very first line saying when you spend so much time in your head. That line, I was like thinking about it for like a few days on end. Like I was like echoing it in my head. I was like I just kept saying it until I like finally came up with like a verse for it. Well, not a verse, but came up with something to like add it to. I was like, when you spend so much time in your head, yada yada yada, because I don't know why, but it just sounded so good. So like it stayed in my head for like a few days, and then I finally managed to write it down and pair it with other words. So that's kind of where I got that poem idea from. Well, I didn't really get the idea from anything, but I don't know why. Like I said, just that very first line, when you spend so much time in your head, that was like echoing through my head like all week. And I was like, I know I can turn this into something. I had to figure out how I can without messing it up. And I did. I'm very proud of it. I think the poem, what it's kind of reading off, is someone that spent so much time hiding away from themselves and who they are. They're finally like trying to break out of that like routine. I think the poem gives off like an emotional and like physical meaning. I think, if that makes sense. So I think behind it is people, as like myself, spend way too much time in their heads and they forget who they truly are as a person in general. I think that's where I was trying to go with it. And over time you realize like you don't want to lose the person you were, and so you're trying to break out of this routine of always being in your head, and you're trying to break through that solid door that you like wanted. So that's why the ending, it says where I see a sliver of gold. Where is it? Hold on, I gotta go to it. Sliver of gold pulling beneath the door frame. The door frame would be the thing that you're pulling. That's why it says, I'm putting my hands against the wood. I'm pushing the heavy door wide, letting the bright light sting my eyes, and learning how to look up again. That's kind of where that comes from, is you're trying to open up that door you once closed a long time ago. That's where I was going with the poem, and I think I succeeded very successfully. I feel very proud of the poem. It definitely like has like a relatable story to it. Not just me alone as a person. I know a lot of people can relate to this. So, I know that here recently I've realized that I've spent too much time in that area, in that closed off dark place, and I'm realizing I kind of need to get myself out of there. You plan to write more? Maybe. Kenzie thinks I should become a poet. She thinks I should like make a life off of my poetry. I was like, no, I'm good. I don't think my poets are that good. I don't think my poems are that good. Maybe to like other people they're good, but like I don't know. I don't think that there's something that I could try to make a life with. I don't see me going anywhere with my poems.
Which of these hazards did you see? Lane close ahead, sharp drop off along edge of lane, truck crossing. Which of these hazards did you see? Lane close
I miss your poem writing. Thank you. I've actually wrote a few poems recently. The other one is in my notebook in the house, so I sadly can't read that one to you. But that one's about. Actually, I could have Kenzie bring out my notebook.
Which of these hazards did you see? Lane closed ahead, sharp drop off along edge of the lane, truck crossing. I need a few more of you, okay?
Simon keeps sending me stuff on Instagram. When does he ever send me anything?
Let's do it in a minute. Let's go. Technically, I didn't end it with a minute, but you guys got it in before a minute. Good work. Sharp drop off along the edge of the lane. Okay, why would this be concerning? Okay, being aware of the temporary hazards will help you get through the work zone without an incident. Can you recover from driving off the edge here? Absolutely not. No, that's way too deep of a drop off, and also you could possibly pop a tire. But getting back up over
Have you written one about your boyfriend? No, I have not.
It's not happening. So you may have to maneuver through the work zone potentially if they allow you to, or you're gonna be
there was one I have written on my phone.
Okay, so definitely.
But I wouldn't necessarily say it's
because there's some things you're not gonna be able to get out of very easily at all. Normal time, 12. Sophia, you gotta stay for the full time to get your credit. Come on, 5.
Why not?
Opening.
Why have I not written one about him? I don't know. I just haven't. I didn't know y'all wanted to hear a poem about him. I could write one about him, but there's only one person I've ever written a poem about. But that we're not going to talk about. Well, at least there's like, if you were to look at my love poems, there's only one person I've ever written about.
Flagger stop sign. Right here now at the intersection, immediately in front of the flagger. Okay, with that scenario, where do you stop to obey the flagger's stop sign?
8. Love you.
Right here and now at the intersection, immediately in front of the flagger. What do you guys think?
She brought me my notebook. Right.
Like stop immediately. Right where you were.
Okay, anyways. The poem that I did write most recently is written in my notebook. So, that one that I read was already most recently. But thought of you.
Right here now.
This could actually, this might be about him. I think I actually wrote it when I was on the phone with him.
Need a few more of you.
So actually, I could say that this is the thought of I could say this is about him. It could be. I just kind of wrote it when I was on the phone with him. So, low-key, it might be about him. Maybe. I'm not specifying that it is because I don't know. I just started writing it out of nowhere.
On this one.
So,
where do you stop to obey the flag or stop sign? Right here and now, at the intersection, immediately.
I could read it if you want. By the way, my handwriting. So,
leave one person. I have
yes or no. It's not a yes or no. I don't know.
All right. I gave you guys a little extra time there.
I don't just fucking think about something and write. Well, that's not true. I do, but
so we actually want to stop at the
leave me alone
here. Okay, so you don't want to stop immediately in the flagger in this situation because there is.
Bro, why is my neck turning red so fast? Holy crap! I'm just trying to scratch it. So yeah, I'm not. Oh my, never mind. Never mind.
You're going to cause a massive.
I will read it, and I will let you guys determine it. How about that?
Those people aren't going to be able to get to, get to where they need to get to, and it'll cause a big situation. So,
sorry, I feel like I was gonna yawn.
I would say
thought of you. The thought of you inside my mind is a piece of priceless art. When I could look for hours on end, no matter how far we're apart. You're in my heart, you're in my mind. If thoughts were dollars, I'd be rich. Not for the money in my hand, but for the memory of your touch. You're what I see when the sun sets low, my brightest star, my quiet sky. I'm glad to sit beside your light and simply watch the world go by. An artwork I'm unable to touch, yet priceless just the same, because the simple thought of you is all I need to claim.
Or hit the car behind you and it causes a chain reaction, whatever, just to protect them a little bit. You don't have to be super far back normally, but in this situation, leave space for the surrounding traffic to get through the intersection.
That's the poem.
Okay. All right. Next scenario is up.
Sounds like for him. Okay. I guess it's for him.
Okay.
Happy.
What do I do about the equipment sticking out in my lane? Follow the van in front of you and move into the adjacent lane. Maintain your speed and honk your horn. Slow down and prepare to stop.
Yeah, I feel like anytime I yawn, I look like I'm crying.
Situation. Okay.
What's funny is I can read you guys the draft. So that was the final. You guys want to hear the draft? It sounds like butt. Because this is what the draft looks like. It was, the thought of you in my mind is a beautiful piece of art. One I can look at for hours on end. We could be miles apart, and you'd still be on my mind. You're in my heart, you're in my mind. If thoughts of you was a dollar, I'd be rich. No, not because of the money, because I thought of you. The thought of you is all that I need, or what I think about when the sun sets. You're my night. Oh my God, you're my night sky. You're the brightest sky, and I'm so happy I can sit aside and look at you like a piece of priceless art, unable to touch, but the touch.
You are gonna slow down.
But the thought of it.
The van is not doing it properly.
That was the.
You should have been paying attention, and in a work.
That was the draft, and then I finally like twisted around the words and everything and put it into the final.
Workers sometimes have to go out into the lane a little bit. Why don't you follow the
So that was this. So, as you can see, it didn't change a whole lot, but I definitely did rephrase it a little bit.
Once they get out of the lane or they allow you to pass.
And I added a line or two, so.
But you have to keep in mind, you guys, when you go through construction zones, it can take some time.
Those two are my most recent poems.
To do what they need to do. And it can cause
this one was like rough draft of a poem for him.
So just be mindful of that when you go to enter them. And that's why I tell you guys to always.
Maybe. Actually, I think this was one I kind of just wrote on my mind. I could be wrong about this one. I kind of just wrote this one out of the blue, so it could possibly be about him, but I never finished it. I kind of started writing and didn't like it, and then I started doodling.
Scenario number 7.
This one, it says, the way I felt for you was like no other. I fell for you quick, and it kind of scared me. It was a silent and deadly. It definitely scared me like no other. You're the quickest I have ever something for someone, and the fact it was you made it so much harder. That was the poem I started. I didn't like it, so I scrapped it.
This one's it's kind of hard to see, especially if you're on a smaller place. So just like best guess. Okay. But sometimes on the road, it'd be hard to see what's happening down the road and behind you and everything. So there's a lot going on here. Actually, the more you look at it, the more you. It is hard to see though, Kendall. I get you.
Oh, I made it a poem because he asked me to. Because he knows I write poetry. So he's like, write a poem about when we went golfing and that 3-year-old made fun of you. And I actually started writing a poem about it. It was, there I sat in the car wanting to play golf. I looked to my right and there was a 3-year-old. I go to swing, I miss the hit. And all that 3-year-old can do is actually not miss. I had a 3-year-old do better than me at golf. Y'all, I full on just wrote a poem about a 3-year-old doing better than me at golf because he requested it, so I did it. That was all I got on it, and then I didn't finish it. Never had a student save my life during the fight. Well, I mean, yeah, you could say so. As far as like avoiding an incident or stopping. And then there's this one. It's called "Stuck in My Head." This one is also rough draft that I didn't like, so I scrapped the entire thing. So I never finished this. So this one is, I'm all up in my head, no words, no thoughts, just the problems in the back of my head piling up. Every emotion, every memory, every thought of you and me. Why is it all up in my head? I need it clear. I need to finally have a moment to process it. Yeah, you could say that. Probably most of us instructors have had. I'm sorry, did he just ask me that? Yet me, I'm gonna go ahead and end the poll. Let me out of my head, set me free, set my brain clean. Actually, this one wasn't too bad. I'm not too mad about this poem. I don't think I ever got back to finishing it. Valid because they have that box truck in their lane, right? And so I don't have beef with this poem. I actually like this one. I like this one, but I don't think I ever got around to finishing it. Oh. And then on our side, we also have a blockage. Oh, I wrote a song. Falling in love with me, falling in love with you was never a mistake or regret. It came out of the blue. I know me and you can never happen. It can only happen in my dreams. The memories we shared all those years ago. We fell. We lived now apart once again. How did we fall? How did this happen? I can picture my life with anyone else. I keep falling for you more and more each day. Why us? This way I need to let you go, but my heart is saying no. You're always gonna be my 100% of my heart that I'm only gonna say yes to. But at the end of the day, Actually, I think I posted this one on my YouTube actually. Evidence that I actually wrote the damn song. Hold on. Why us? Da, da, da. Cut pong, no. But my heart is saying no. This right here. We need to yield. We have the obstruction in our lane. We need to let that traffic pass. Cars. Then there was no coming. You should wait until it's completely. It came out of the blue. I know me, and it could never happen. It can only happen in my dreams. We shared all those years ago. We fell. We lived apart once again. Next scenario. This happened. I can't picture my life with anyone else. I keep falling for you more and more each day. Why us? Why do I feel this way? I need to let you go, but my heart is saying no. You're always gonna be my 100%. I'm always saying yes for us, but at the end of the day, I need you all my life. I keep asking myself, why us? Why this bond between us happened? Didn't happen. You and I will always be my best memories. Every little detail, everything in the end will only happen in my dreams from here on out. night we share, from afar. Know why you, why us, why this love, you're with someone else. Falling in love with you was never a mistake or regret. It came out of the blue. I don't mean, and you can never happen. It can only happen in my dreams. Memories we shared all those years ago. We live now, we're apart once again.
Need a couple more. Okay. I think I just need one more. One more student. What's most concerning?
It came out of the blue.
All right, that's, I believe, everybody. Good work. So, let's get into.
Okay, well that's one song of
we have
two that I wrote.
That construction vehicle, the roller is moving near the cone border. They're coming towards us.
Safe to say.
We also have that road worker.
This one I wrote last year. Well, my sophomore year I wrote this.
And then we also have that guy behind us really close. Safe to say. That's from the bag video.
Well, there's another song I wrote, so.
But also it's from a
actually.
Alright, so.
This was. So the song you just heard, that was originally supposed to be a poem, and I turned it into a song.
Type out what is most concerning to you, and also how many risks do you see? Got about 85% of y'all.
But yeah, that song you just heard, that was originally supposed to be a poem, and I swapped it up and turned it into a song.
While I'm waiting.
Because that first part that I had for the very first portion of it, that was supposed to be a poem, and I was like, wait, hold up, what if I add to it? And I added to it, and it sounded more so like a song than a poem, so I turned it into a song. And then the song the very first song you heard, the one that I also posted on my YouTube,
let's get into it.
That one actually was also an unfinished poem. That one, I had the beginning part of it. I started writing it, and then I turned it into a song.
We have two main risks, okay? Construction vehicle is blocking the view of the crosswalk.
So actually both those songs were originally supposed to be poems.
Construction vehicles or any kind of vehicle, any blockage of a crosswalk is present, okay? Because it's going to make it hard to see a person. Then we have a car behind you that is really close if you have to stop for anything that pops up, right? Because if your view is blocked, you also have to keep in mind that if there's a vehicle there or a person trying to walk right there,
they turn a lot of my poems into songs. I mainly keep them poems.
Okay, so that person behind us is real close, and we're coming up on that construction zone. Let's see what's going to happen. Jimmy! Why would we run out like that, Jimmy? That was crazy.
Jimmy.
Okay. But also, again, we never know what's going to happen, right? Man, the way he rushed out there, though, was kind of wild. Woo! All right.
Oh.
That'll wake you up. Okay, so
I have something. I forgot about it. So, as you guys know, I have an Ariana Grande collection of CDs and vinyls.
All right.
I finally found a CD that's no longer being sold.
Let's do it.
They only made a certain amount of copies. And guess who got their hands on one? And it came in the mail yesterday.
We all can take a guess on what's most concerning.
It came in the mail yesterday, guys. Yes, I'm aware.
How many risks?
Don't remind me.
Do you see, and what is the most concerning?
But this one actually has 2 discs. Wait, hold on, I can't see. I'd say the pedestrian opposite side.
What is most concerning to you? Should be thinking about all potential risks. What are all the risks you see? Need a few more of you. Getting quicker with it because
yes, this was $65.
We've done it,
but I finally have it. No one. There was only 10,000 copies made, and I'm 1 out of the 10,000.
Let's do it.
I'm so happy I finally have this. They have the vinyl, but the vinyl is like going for $500 right now.
You might have
on eBay.
I think 2 of you might have answered in the Q&A.
I got this off a Depop. Oh, by the way, this wasn't its original plastic packaging. Like, this was sealed shut. This has never been opened until today.
So, we have...
Well, until yesterday, but you get it.
3.
So it's been in my possession.
That thief on the right attempting to enter the construction zone while we're traveling straight. We also have the car behind us who is very close and could potentially rear-end us if we want to stop.
You should have kept... I wanted to listen to it. No, I wasn't going to keep it sealed. Why would I keep it sealed?
Lane. Anytime you guys have these, you know, you just want to be mindful that
I wanted it so I could listen to it.
Narrow, and you might have, you know, smaller space and also won't really have like an escape path, especially since we have that big barrier.
Get the CD in
so
time.
the reason that's concerning is because you can't really
the vinyl?
Out of the way to avoid a situation here. Your only option is to try to stop, right? You don't have as good of an escape path.
But at least I got the CD. I'm happy.
Be aware of workers along the road, but don't let their work distract you. Remember to pay attention to any areas where vehicles or equipment may be entering the road. There are lots of hazards here, but just stay focused and you'll make it through.
Well, that car looked like it was coming towards us.
Appreciate it. It's true though. You're diligent, you're paying attention without getting too distracted. You will avoid a lot of these types of situations. All right, next scenario.
No, I'm already dressed for work. Yeah, there's a few more CDs I still need to get. I still need fucking...
So...
I need The Eternal Sunshine 1. I need...
What was the
Positions. I need...
during the day and night?
All for older albums. The only 2 that I have is her Thank You Next one and her Brighter Days Ahead one. So I need all the other ones still. That's a lot. She's 8 albums, so I only have 2 out of the 8. No, 3 out of the 8 because I just got her pedal. So I have 3 out of the 8. Sorry.
Yes, Eric. Moon can do drive exams. What was the key difference between this scene during the day and
So I need 5 more CDs to complete said collection.
Farther up at night, number of lanes decreases at night.
I work all week, so I don't have a day off until Monday.
I'm missing
next Monday. Well, this upcoming Monday, so. Which I'm going to hang out with my mom that day, so.
I think 2 more of you based off of the Q&A answers I've gotten. What was the key difference? All right, let's do it, guys. It was number of lanes decreases at night. Okay, we had some lane closures. Okay, the flashing yellow arrow wasn't here during the day and indicates a temporary lane closure. How common is this? It's a lot more common for them to do road construction at nighttime, you guys. A lot of road work on freeways and highways happens in the evening because that's when there's less traffic. There's less people trying to get to and from work, less people on the road in general, so it tends to be a safer time for them to do road work. There are factors, though, that make it tricky, right? It's harder to see at nighttime,
They're
which
doing
can
okay.
make it difficult to see those lane closures, like, earlier
on. They're doing okay.
And, generally they'll try to put lots of signs up to give
My
you
dad is actually working on a roof right now for $3,000, actually. You finished it yesterday for $3,000.
So be mindful of that.
So he's gonna take some of that and go get a certification for like maintenance work, so that way he can get more jobs.
All right.
To do it.
Next scenario.
Since no place will hire him, so he's making work for himself. I told my dad if he ever goes to do another roof to take me with him because I want to get paid some money.
How do you exit here?
Because, yeah.
Stay where you are until you see the sign and marked path through the cones. Pull into the lane marked exit only. You cannot because the exit is closed. How do you exit here? Stay where you are until you see the sign and marked path through the cones. Pull into the lane marked exit only now. You cannot because the exit is closed. This is very even as far as your guys' answers. One is starting to pull ahead.
Yeah, it is. I'm happy for him.
It's very even.
Okay, anyways, I'm gonna get off stream because I need to finish Represent, and I don't. And also, I need to make sure my phone's at a decent percentage because I have to leave earlier for work today. And yeah, I just need to get off. But I will be back on tomorrow. Actually, no, today's my last day driver's ed. But I will try to make this more of a routine, and I will get back on again. I promise.
Listen, you guys, if we could
change I think this is.
But we are
I'm gonna call it.
These videos from the Department of Licensing.
Yeah.
Let them know. Maybe we'll get some updated videos.
I will see you all later, though.
We are going to stay where we are until we see that marked path.
Not because of you guys, because of this.
You need to exit. Search for the temporary exit arrow sign and watch the cone paths closely. What sign would you see if the exit was closed? There would be an exit closed sign. But you